right, so next up from Stoneface Brewery, we have the Berliner Weiss. You give that a shot at
Yeah, I'd say it's
pronouncing
Berliner
it.
Weiss with raspberry.
It's a limited release. Unfortunately, the thing that turns me off a little from this beer is, and I probably sound like an alcoholic saying this, but it's only at 3.7. So it's not a very high in alcohol brew, but maybe the flavor will make up for it.
You know, it may not be a high alcohol brew, but maybe this is one of those that you can day drink and start on a Saturday at like 10 o'clock, have one or two, and
You mean
still
like
be
at
okay.
work?
To each his own, Joe.
All right.
To each his own.
Hope nobody from work is watching this.
What do you think?
It's a lot of raspberry in both the taste and smell.
Yeah. Definitely here with the raspberry smell, and it is pretty tart too.
Yep. It kind of hits you after. It creeps up on you with the tartness.
Yeah. What I'd like
full
to
flavor.
I got a couple of kids, so like one of the things I'd like to say is it kind of tastes like a Sour Patch Kid.
So you
Feel the
stealing
tart
your
right here.
Stealing your kids' candy still, Tap?
Hey, why not?
Hey, you know, it's good. I like Sour Patch Kids. There's nothing wrong with that, and I definitely see what you're saying about this. It kind of hits you with the flavor, creeps back up on you with that tartness. It does have that Sour Patch vibe. That's a good. It's not that's your first great comparison for a beer.
Yeah,
We'll give it to you.
Definitely be pretty good on a nice hot summer day.
So, what do you think of it, though? If you had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, you can't do any of that 0.37 bullshit.
You know, if I had to rate it, one thing I'll say is like this is a beer that I would order, but if there were other sours on the menu, I'd certainly give it a shot. With that said, I think I'd give it about a 7.5.
I like myself a sour. I've stated before I'm not a big raspberry fan, but the raspberry sours have been growing on me. However, this one, it's hard to like with the 3.7, and I really don't like the two different flavor. You know what I mean, palates? How it kind of has the nice smooth raspberry and then kind of hits you with the tart to remind you that it is a sour at the end.
Yeah.
And I really like all my flavors to come at once. So no offense to this beer. I try to stay positive, but you do have to go a little negative on them sometimes. I'm going to go with a 6.5 on this one.
Wow. Okay.
But it's not one of my favorite sours, but it's definitely still a good beer. There's nothing wrong with it. So don't let my negative 6.5 deter you from trying it. But
let's see where the next one brings us.
What did you give it?
7.5.
So that's an average of a 7. Still worth a try, but there's better sours out there. Until next time, next beer, I should say. Cheers.
Friday Joe reviews beer.